We are a resident in Regent Park at the Citadel, which is on the corner of Dundas and Parliament. This is a three-story building built in 1912. It was originally a Salvation Army building. We're renovating the building, so it's going to have two studios, one for yoga, one for dance, and the main dance studio also can have theatrical presentations. We came to this neighborhood because we were looking for an appropriate space for dance. We also have a young family, so we were moving from Montreal. This was a perfect building for us. We kind of fell in love with it. A few months after we moved to the neighborhood, we realized what a special neighborhood Regent Park is. For the last 3 years, we've been getting involved with the revitalization with Daniels Corporation and Toronto Community Housing, creating site-specific events, working with the community and community organizations to basically provide mixers that new residents, returning residents, private condo owners, townhouses, and social housing residents can come together. Some of the other activities have included open rehearsals and dance classes. One of the interesting things, we're renovating the building, is that Felicia Ross, who is a manager of a yoga studio in Toronto, has become interested in presenting yoga in our building. Yoga is very close to dance. It's a physical art and demands the same kind of inward eye and reflection that dance has, and we find this a really, really appropriate partnership. As well, their idea is to provide pay-what-you-can yoga, which also fits into our mandate to provide services at little or no cost to the community.
My name is Felicia Ross. I've been a yoga teacher for 6 years, and I'm the director of a Moksha yoga studio here in Toronto. What I've found with yoga in North America specifically is that we provide a great service, but it's largely inaccessible to a large part of the population due to financial reasons or even just knowing that yoga is available and is something that could be of use. I met Laurence Lemieux in November, and they brought me to this building and showed me what they were doing and showed me what their passion is, and I was thrilled to see that it really was in line with what I wanted to do with yoga, their love for dance and wanting to share it with communities like this that wouldn't normally have access. Really resonated with the way I feel about yoga. So we paired up then and are going to provide yoga and dance in this beautiful building in Regent Park. Yoga is something that I believe can affect really positive change in people that practice. It sort of gives them an opportunity to decide how they're going to live their lives and maybe take a deep breath instead of having a negative reaction. I think the people of Regent Park are in a period of repair, and there's a lot of healing going on, and I think that yoga could really help with that process. The studio that's going to be here in this building in the Citadel is called the YogaBeat. The model that I'm heading for is a self-sustaining type yoga studio that's non-profit. It's pay what you can. And the people that come to practice yoga and pay for their yoga classes, it's almost the essence of karma yoga, that you're doing yoga, but in doing yoga, you're affecting change in somebody else. So you know that you're doing a yoga class, you're paying for that class, and you're also helping to provide yoga to somebody else. You're giving an opportunity to somebody else to do yoga. We'd like to step outside sort of the boundaries of traditional yoga, where it's a very quiet, you're not allowed to speak, you have to walk lightly, all those things which I think are really good to become aware of your practice, but taking it a little bit further and doing things like hip-hop yoga and who knows, maybe some dance yoga, but making it a little bit more fun, which in turn makes it more accessible, because it can be quite intimidating to walk into a room where you have to be a certain way, and for some people they're just not capable of being quiet because they're dealing with all kinds of things. So in order to attract at-risk youth, for example, providing programming that's going to attract them and that's going to be fun for them, and at the same time it's going to introduce them to yoga. I think in this community there's a large group of women, in particular mothers, who don't have access to programming like this. So being able to provide classes to them that would be subsidized and perhaps being able to provide some sort of daycare as well, because for a lot of them, it's just not an option because they've got their kids at home. And also allowing them and respecting their cultural background. So there will be hot yoga, there will be hatha yoga, ashtanga, prenatal, anything that we can think of, any to fill any need in this community. And also to the city at large. There is a lack of financially accessible yoga studios, and that's just the model that's worked in North America so far. It's an expensive thing, and there are lots of people that would practice more if they could afford it. So this will also become sort of a hub, I hope, in the city where we get lots of people coming together doing yoga, and like I said, it goes towards the greater good. It's action yoga, making a change in the community.
My name is Laurence Lemieux, and I'm co-artistic director of Coleman Lemieux and Compagnie with my husband Bill. And we purchased this building in 2007. It was an old Salvation Army, and we started right away to do our rehearsals and some very small performances. The company is known for its wide range of activity, from large site-specific events to more traditional theater performances. In 2008, James Kudelka became our resident choreographer, and with James's work, the company was then propelled into different areas of activities, a lot of touring across Canada and as far as Brazil, China, Mongolia, and Russia. Once the building is renovated, it will be used for the company for creation and for other artists as well, because we work with many visual artists, composers, and we will also have the possibility to perform some of our more intimate works in this studio, which will be used as a 60-seat theater. 2 years ago, in 2009, we started renovation, and we were very lucky to receive money from the Trillium Foundation, the City of Toronto, Heritage Canada with a cultural space program. And we also were very fortunate to have Diamond and Schmidt Architect provide the architectural design on a pro bono basis. So, and also many organizations and companies and individuals have participated in this venture. For example, National Ballet of Canada is providing the dance floor. SNC Lavalin has provided some pro bono engineering design. Many companies and individuals who have provided either some cash or in-kind services for this renovation. For contemporary dance in Toronto, this is very significant to have a building for contemporary dance owned by a dance company, which will be able to offer services for young choreographer or more established choreographer to workshop and present their work. It will be state-of-the-art as far as lighting equipment and sound equipment, and in a community very much in change.